So up first, we're going to jump right into round 1 here. We have Reece on the left with playing humans, and Mike on the right playing Golgari Zoo. Mike, one of our usual commander players, and Reece, a common sight around the store, and tonight we do get to see him play some humans. He has been piloting humans for quite a while, so should know, but doesn't play super often, so hopefully we'll see him get some of those neat interactions that humans does have down. Mike's Golgari Zoo deck, we have no idea what to expect. I have not seen this deck played. It looks like it's not Golgari. It looks Gruul Zoo. There is an on-crop crasher. So on-crop crasher, rootbound crag, forest. He's got a scavenging ooze. Yep, there's the ooze, bloodbraid elf, rancor, and it's that last one. No idea. On Reese's side, Horizon Canopy, Unclaimed Territory, Thalia's Lieutenant, Thalia, Aether Vial, and a Reflector Mage. I do apologize, my modern knowledge is not as great as it should be. There are some of the fringe decks, like Mike's deck, which I'm not going to be completely 100% familiar with. I will do my best. Here on Reese's side, we do start off with a Unclaimed Territory into Aether Vial on turn 1. A very nice start from the Reece deck. From the humans deck. Gruul Haste is pretty solid. Yeah, probably. Looks like, what did he pick up there? Hi Yak, welcome to the stream. It is an Experiment 1, so we do see Gruul Haste is pretty solid. I don't know the actual name. What's up? Yeah. So Experiment 1 is an evolved creature from Return to Ravnica. It's a very common 1-drop in these Gruul decks, or in the Zoo decks, as it grows larger whenever you play another bigger creature. And you can remove some counters to regenerate it. So it's a nice, what's the word? Resistant. It's a good resistant threat that will get bigger over time. On Reese's side, we do see a Thalia. So this is the one that has the 2-mana, 2/1 with first strike, and non-creature spells cost 1 more for both players. Thalia, something of something. It's not Heretic Cathar, that's the new one. Let's see, on Mike's side, we do have that Rootbound Crag we did see in hand. And this turn, probably looking at Scavenging Ooze. There we go. So we're getting an Evolve trigger there on the Experiment 1. So that'll jump up to a 2/2, which does not attack well into Reese's 2/1 first striking creature. Reece, their second land that he did play was an Ancient Ziggurat, so that makes any mana of any color, but you can only spend it on creature cards. Yeah, I gave a lift ride to a girl named Thalia last night. I explained to her what MTG was. My relatives had a baby girl, and they called her... It was something really similar to the Liliana. Me and my brother were like, oh, okay, that costs 3, so we can't do that one. Alright. There's a Reflector Mage on Experiment 1, and he's gonna bring in the Thalia's Lieutenant. Guardian of Thraben. Thank you, Yak. So Reece could have left the Experiment Ooze on, or Experiment 1 on the table, and instead done the Thalia's Lieutenant in response to the trigger, or in response to the cast, bring in the Aether Vial and the other Thalia's Lieutenant, and that way they would see each other and give a whole bunch of counters to everything. It might be a little bit more of a aggressive line there, and keeping the Reflector Mage for whatever makes an plan this third turn. Let's see. You cannot play the Experiment 1 as the Reflector Mage did bounce at the previous turn. So Reflector Mage reading you can't cast. Your opponent can't play spells of the same name of the card cast. So hopefully we'll get that fixed there, as he cannot actually legally play that Experimental 1. Judge! Yeah. Yeah, so Reece pointing at the Reflector Mage there. Mike in a tough spot here. not being able to get the Reflector Mage putting some very good tempo swing back in Reece's favor, as well as the Aether Vial, allowing Reece to play 2 creatures in 1 turn, giving Reece this kind of advantage of being able to go bigger and wider, while Mike has to take a turn to kind of set up here. And he's going to double Rancor the Scavenging Ooze, so that Ooze is going to go up to a 6/2. Oh, but the Thalia makes it cost 1 more. That's right. So it is Rancor is a 1 mana enchantment for green that gives +2/+0 and trample. Wonder if Mike is running Rhythm of the Wild. Yeah, probably would be my guess. As it is just a very solid card. Reece are going to be vialing in. Looks like Thalia the Heretic Cathar, so this is the 3 mana 3/2. And creatures and non-basic lands your opponents control enter the battlefield tapped. So he does still have a favorable attack with that Thalia Guardian of Thraben, as it does have first strike. And he can keep Thalia Heretic Cathar back because it also has first strike and use that to block. Thank you, Jake, pulling up that Thalia Heretic Cathar there for us. So we see here the Thalia's Lieutenant placing a 1/1 counter on each human that Reece controls, and the deck is correctly named humans, as it does play almost entirely humans. Only cards that are non-human in the side are, I think, Knight of Autumn is a Dryad, and maybe is Galactic a human? I can't remember, but that would be the other one. Oh, and Phantasmal Image, right? He's a illusion. So there's a block there on the Thalia's Lieutenant with the Scavenging Ooze. So the Rancor is going to go back to hand, and the Ooze is going to hit the graveyard. Galactic is a Tkithkin, that's right. Thank you, Yak Yak. Alright, so a big ol' swing in there. Mike taking 8 damage there total, and blocking the other Thalia's Lieutenant. Alright. Back on over to Mike's turn here. Untap of those lands, see what he draws. We can play the Experiment 1 this turn, as it has been a full turn since the Reflector Mage bounced it. He also has, looks like, 2 on-crop crashers in hand, the 2 Rancors still, which are going to cost 1 additional mana, and the 3 mana hybrid creature, which I have no idea what it actually does. That one, it has haste. He's dead to Thalia, everything comes untapped. That's true, no matter what he plays, it is going to be coming untapped. Reece going to sacrifice the Horizon Canopy there to draw a card. Going to untap here and just swing in and go win. Wither. Boggart Ramgang, 3/3 haste and Wither. Hey, it's me, goddammit. Welcome to the stream. This is Lone Glacier and Chris, right? I believe. Yeah. Saw you guys last night on Apoptosis' stream. Glad you could join us. There's a Meddling Mage buffing up Thalia's Lieutenants coming in with all the good stuff. And that's the end of game 1. Moving on to game number 2 here. Reece's sideboard. Let's see, what's in humans? I'll be very good against this. There's not a whole lot of stuff I can think of that seems like an instant include. For Mike's side, he's definitely going to want some more removal. If he's got it. Any sort of bounce. Oh, he's got the reflectors. I don't know, are they running any more than that? Mike seems like he should play out quickly. That seemed very slow. It did seem slow. Experiment on 1, Ooze on 2, and then he would have on-cropped on 3, but Reece had the Reflector Mage plus Thalia turn. That really stymied Mike's advances there. Hopefully now that Mike is on the play, he should be able to come out swinging a little bit faster than in game 1. Yeah, Reece had very good answers. Those first strike creatures are definitely putting up a very solid wall there. So it looks like they were bringing in about 4 cards for Reece's side. Might be taking out the Kitesel Freebooters, would be my guess. They don't seem to hit a whole lot in Mike's deck because he's not running a whole lot of instant sorceries. Although I think Kitesel is non-creature, non-land card. But the 1/2 flyer seems okay. Oh, he's bringing a lot of cards. That's 7 cards he's bringing in. Kitesel Freebooters answers Rancor. It does. That's true. So on Mike's side, there's a very nice Tormod's Crypt there. Yeah, I'll bring that guy in. I did say Mike is one of our regular commander players, so it's gonna have some oddballs here and there. Let's see, Mike's deck: Bolts, Rancors, Uncov Crasher, Bloodbraid Elves, Dryad Militant. Alright, so this is what Reece is taking out. So he's taking out all the Thalia Guardian of Thraben's and the Kitesel Freebooters, and he's going to be bringing in Mirren Crusaders, Dismembers, Gaddock Teagues, and a Knight of Autumn. Jake, can you bring up Gaddock Teague for me, please? There he is. Non-creature spells that convert a mana cost 4 or greater can't be played, and non-creature spells with X in their mana cost can't be played. Like, Gaddock does seem kind of weird. I'd much rather have the Thalia, because it does have first strike. But maybe Reece isn't familiar with the deck he's playing against, that it is Zoo, so it's going to be very creature heavy. Yakek says he'd rather have their freebooters because they are flyers and will gain that little chip damage. And with Thalia Lieutenant, they will get bigger and become serious threats. I agree. Mike taking out Earthshaker Kenris and that Dryad Militant, bringing in 2 natural states and 2 ancient Grudge. Alright. I guess those are all to hit Aether Vial. Reece isn't playing any other artifacts or enchantments that either of the cards could hit. So Mike really doesn't want Reece to have any Aether Vials. Yeah, I guess so. Unfortunately, for as far as removal goes, it looks like he only has those lightning bolts in the main board. He's ready for all 6 of them. Yeah, it does have the flashback on the Ancient Grudge. Probably didn't need the natural states. Just the 2 Ancient Grudge would probably be fine. Because the natural states do gain Reece 3 life points. And those definitely could matter. So, shuffling up here after sideboards, and we'll move right into game number 2 here in round number 1. Once again, this is Modern Friday Night Magic here at Other Realms in Honolulu, Hawaii. We are at the Nimitz Center right behind the Best Buy. Tomorrow will be Standard Showdown, and we'll see our schedule after this round probably. Talk a little bit more about that, what's going on in the month of February. Next week is the weird thingy. I believe so. It's the 4-pack draft. It's the Ravnica plus D&D thing, I believe. I believe that is next Saturday. But we will double check. Yeah, I believe Reece ran it last set, and none of the rest of us were here. I finished at a nice number for week 1 of Ring Ranking as well. You did finish at a very nice number. I know. I'm still trying to grind in some arena. I'm still like in silver right now because I just haven't played a whole bunch. I've been busy with school and work starting back up again. And hopefully the government does stay up longer this time. Because if it shuts back down on the 15th, I will be out of work again. Which is unfortunate. I do like getting paid. I'll go for saying he's just been playing Arena while he travels since I can't make it to FNM. Yeah, definitely. And that's definitely one of the major highlights, I think, for Arena is that kind of portability of being able to squeeze in games of Magic whenever you're able to. And not having to be at your LGS, although I greatly value the in-person human interactions that Paper Magic does provide. But I do like the kind of grab and go nature of Arena. Reece is looking pretty land light, although with an island and an unclaimed territory, he might be able to get there. Paper is the best by far. I agree. I can't play my inspiring commander deck in the rank matches. It is all about the gathering, I agree. So Mike's hand, Rebound Crag, Raincore, Oncrop, Natural State Experiment 1, Scavenging Ooze, and the Rampager. Reece's side, Unclaimed, Island, Mantis Rider, Noble Hierarch, Mirror Crusader, Reflector Mage, and Thalia, Heretic Cathar. I'm gonna get the name of this goblin thing. Bogart Ram Gang. That's it. Alright. Shadowmoor cycle of creatures. Were they all hybrid? Is that what it was? They were all the hybrid cost? Yeah, alright. Grab a chair. Alright. Hey, Apoptosis, thank you very much for the host. We appreciate it. And joining me in the booth is Ben. Lovely,
Hello.
lovely Ben. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Red Baron, sir.
Hi.
We have Reece on humans and Mike on
Zoo.
Zoo. Red Green Zoo. Gruul Zoo.
Not Golgari Zoo?
Not
like it
Golgari
says?
Zoo.
Okay, okay. I feel like that's missing a third color.
What other color would you play?
In Zoo?
Yeah.
I would play white.
You play Naya Zoo?
Oh, yeah.
For
Wild Nakatl.
Wild Nakatl
Lightning Helix.
and Helix.
Sorry, that's not legal in this format. Path to Exile.
Swords to Plowshares?
Good old Gadok Teague.
Yeah.
Kataki Wars Wage.
Is that a box topper? Yeah, it is. It is a box topper. Noble Hierarch. He has just the one. So Reece there on a very nice opening of Unclaimed Territory into Noble Hierarch. Or sorry, Cavern Souls naming humans.
I would hope so. I hope we don't see another Alex mistake.
Oh, naming illusion and needing that mana.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there is an unclaimed territory. Reece is going to swing in for 1 there with the Noble Hierarch. That's alright. Yeah, you realized your mistake. It's fine. There is a Champion of the Parish there from Reece's side. 1-drop human that does get bigger whenever you play another human.
It's a pretty good card. You know, card I'm surprised I haven't seen in humans yet is Champion of Lambholt.
Champion of Lambholt is the
3 mana 1/1.
Yeah, and then it gets bigger whenever you play a creature. Or no, it's power toughness.
No, it gets a 1/1 counter whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control.
And then creatures your opponents control that have power less and they can't block, yeah?
No, your guys can't be blocked if they have... Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, right? Creatures opponents... Yeah.
Because I played it in tokens or whatever. It was in the Selesnya tokens challenger deck or whatever it was back in Return to Ravnica.
Card is good.
Was a 1-up for a while. 3 mana answers your question.
So we got a Rancor.
It's on Rancor on a Dryad Militant.
Dryad Militant, that's when you can exile to get rid of an instant or sorcery?
Whenever an instant sorcery hits a creature,
it exiles all of them.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Get rid of that flashback nonsense. Jumpstart nonsense.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad against I have Drake's built.
Yeah.
So that would
Is it Phoenix?
Is it Phoenix built? So that would be pretty
that would
bad.
Be pretty
against...
epic.
That'd suck.
I think that's why it's seeing more play now.
Maybe.
Because it was played heavily for a long time when Twin was a thing and Burn was more relevant, but it kind of moved away from being played so frequently.
Yeah, I'm on board with Alex. We play the lands in front and enchantments on top of creature strategy. Just to doubly confuse our opponents. So there is the Reflector Mage on top of the...
Well, how do you guys do your
Dryad
enchantments?
Militant. I put him underneath.
Oh, I've put my enchantments on top since I was 7 years old, man.
That's your opinion.
Well, it's right.
I think it's wrong. Alright, take a poll.
I used to play lands in front, and now I can't stand it. It really bugs me.
No. If I have like nothing else going on, I put my lands forward so my opponent can see how much mana I've got. Because I've got them back like where my hand is.
Yeah, you know, that's one thing. That was the reason why I never played them back for the longest time, is because the way I sit at the table, my hand covers them.
Yeah.
So I would play them forward.
But if I have creatures out, I move my lands back.
My brother still plays it to the front. I was home over Thanksgiving, and we were playing Magic, and he put him in the front. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hold on.
Whoa. There's now rules about this, sir. Magic has decreed they go in the back.
So Mike said he did play what looks like a Gruul Turf, I believe. And no fall up there. He's probably light on red mana.
That's not a Gruul Turf. That's a... it's from Innistrad. New Innistrad. It's the one that checks.
Oh.
You reveal a forest or a...
Yeah.
Game Trail.
Game Trail. I see. And he showed me they changed where lands went when they first came back. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So Reece swinging in there for a whole bunch with the mana spreader there.
Yeah,
Popping up his Champion of the Parish.
That's a big swing.
Yeah, that's 8, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Bloodbraid Elf there from Mike. So he's going to Cascade.
Lightning.
He's only on Lightning Bolt. Lightning would be nice.
Lightning is the classic. Bit Blast to remove their biggest threat into Bloodbraid Elf into Lightning. They cry. So that's a Boggart Ram Gang.
It is a Boggart Ram Gang.
That's a 5/5 Wither for 3 mana.
A few years ago, Fox, I didn't know what a Planeswalker was, or Mana Burn was gone, or the stack was a thing. I just came to play.
Yeah, Mana Burn was gone. Damage not using the stack. Oh, it's a 3/3. I thought it was a 5/5.
Boggart's a 3/3 haste wither.
Oh, it has haste.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Mana.
Yeah. Some Gruul hybrid manas.
Yeah. Let's see. Reece can swing in for 4 here in the air if he wants, but looks like he might be able to go for more if he has a Thalia's Lieutenant in hand. That could be 5. Wither deals damage and -1/-1 counters, yeah?
To creatures.
To creatures only, yeah. So it's
like half of Infect.
So like, you take Wither and you take Poison, and then you go...
Yeah, but
infect.
poison was terrible.
Yeah, but
It's like a 4-mana 1/2s make 1 poison counter.
nah, Saber-tooth Cobra, 3 mana 2/2.
It's a 4-mana 3/2.
Nah,
Are you sure it's only 3 mana?
3 mana 2/2.
I remember there's a 4-mana 1/2.
I'm
Marsh
sure there
Viper.
is.
He has some 2 poison counters.
Poisonless infect there. Okay. So there's a Mirren Crusader there, and a Thalia's Lieutenant. Whole bunch of counters going on. Mirren Crusader is double strike, yeah? Protection from red?
It does. Protection from red and black and double strike.
Yeah, it's pretty
Significantly better than the Phyrexian Crusader. It's got infect and protection from green and red.
good. No.
Or no. Green and white.
What are we whoa-whoa-whoaing about there, Andy? Phyrexian had infect.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Whatever.
I like double strike.
Mirror Crusader has double strike. Superior ability.
Alright, so Reece swinging in here with the Reflector Mage, the Champion of the Parish, and is that it? Is he swinging in with the Manus Riders here?
I would assume so.
Does Manus have Vigilance?
I don't think so. No, it does. It's Flying Haste Vigilance.
Flying Haste Vigilance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna take 4 off of the Manus Riding.
But yeah, the big difference is the decks that played Mirror Crusader, you throw like a Sword of Feast and Famine on it, and they're taking a lot more than 4. Or Batter Skull. Good old B Skull.
So the Boggart Ram Gang doing damage to the Champion of the Parish does remove counters, because the neg 1 counters and the +1/+1 counters
They
will
annihilate each other.
annihilate each other as
I
they
think that's
see each
the
other.
actual terminology
I think it
in
is
the
annihilate.
rules too. Made me happy.
Tomatoes.
I like tomatoes.
Or tomatoes.
No, that's gross.
My preferred.
That's gross. You're
You
weird.
heard tomatoes? Alright, there's another Bloodbraid Elf there for Mike. Cascading into a land, another land.
Bit blast. Oh, it costs 5. Never mind.
On Crop Crasher there.
Not bad. Not bad.
He is dead to flying, so...
Yeah.
So Mike's gonna go ahead and there concede. And very convincing win there from Reece on humans.
I still do not think humans should be a thing.
That's what people were Morrow did a thing asking for what planes we want to go back to, and a whole bunch of people were saying we should go back to Lorwyn because there was less
That
humans.
would be